How's it? Today's Monday, July 3rd. I got some snatch things, some front squat things, some other things. Today was generally pretty good. I think last week's Monday was good as well. Last week was weird all over. Tuesday was bad. Wednesday was good. Friday was bad. Saturday was bad, bad. But I am just trying to figure out how to get through each of these training sessions, day by day. Today is very much the same thing that I did last week. Just I think it was 3 kilos heavier on everything. Front squat was actually 4 kilos heavier, but oh, actually no, 5 kilos heavier on this snatch, push, press, plus overhead squat. So I go to 105 here for 2 sets. I start off my top set, first top set of three at 100, and then I go up to 105 here. I am glad these are still just 1+1s. I think 2 weeks ago I did 3+1, and that took a lot out of me before I even started doing any snatching today or that day. So these are a really great warm up, I think, for my hips, my upper body, my shoulders, just everything in general. It's worth noting my lower back, the part of my lower back that was giving me an issue on Saturday, is definitely still giving me an issue today. It's definitely not as bad, but I could feel it when I was doing these right here, this little dip. I could feel that pressure and pain in my lower back. It doesn't really pop up anywhere else in today, but just the kind of axial loading of the bar in that movement um, did generate some amount of discomfort. As far as everything else goes, I didn't feel too much on that back again. Um, my hip, my adductor on my right side, the one that was giving me an issue, I guess, before the meet, did kind of hurt a little bit today, and it was in a weird position. Not a weird position. It was in a weird exercise that I didn't expect it to hurt. It hurt right here, right there, with just the bar. Um, it hurt a little bit with these other muscle snatches, but once I got to the actual power snatch plus the hang snatch, no pain whatsoever. Front squatting, no pain whatsoever. So I'm not sure if it's a function of me doing not being completely warm with my adductor or what have you. It didn't hurt with my snatch push press plus overhead squat either. So that's something to think about. That is something I am actively working towards fixing. Um, I am trying to stretch my adductors a little bit more each and every day. I don't want to add on too much stretching. I don't want to go overboard with it too quickly. I'm not sure if it's beneficial to do that, but I want to pause here. Take a look at this set. Watch this. I'm. This felt so good, and I I'm just trying to lift like this for all of my lifts, even if it's not power snatches. It does kind of carry over onto this one here. Like as it gets heavier, it's a little bit more difficult, of course, but I was very, very happy with the way I was moving. My movement was really solid, and positioning and power and speed are really all there when I needed them to be. Even on this 80 here. For reference, 80 is, I guess, prior to these past 6 months, 80 was about a weight that I didn't feel confident that I could power snatch on any given day. Now I feel like I can, and now it feels like 85 is a weight that I can power snatch on any given day. This is 85. So here's my first set of 89 here. These powers are not quite powers. I don't think any of them are, but they are very high, and I feel like the quality of movement is really solid. For the hang snatch is really good, except the second set. Second set is a little bit I get lucky. But going back to what I was mentioning earlier was if I stretch too much right now, I don't know if that's going to be bad or good. I don't know what that type of response is, just because I don't normally stretch. um, that's that's not good. Just so we know, that is not good. So it's not something I preach that I would like to um, others to copy me or whatever. I don't stretch. It's because I'm lazy. You know, I could say that it's because I don't have time, but I can always make time to stretch because I make time to train, and training is really important to me, and so stretching is gonna make it so that I can train better, and that will be very, you know, it's basically another facet of training that I often overlook. Going back to the training, after my snatch complex, I moved into some snatch high pulls here. Last week I did 5 triples at 93, and then Steve said to reduce it to 3 sets, so 3 triples today at 96. I think it's because my Saturday was so poor last week. He also mentioned that moving forward, probably on the Friday, rather than lifting from the ground like I have been for the last 5 weeks since the meet, 6 weeks, whatever, that I will probably go to blocks so that I can still practice extension, still practice positioning, but give my back a little bit more rest. Because, for the last, what have you, 11 months, I've been training 4 days a week on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Saturday. But adding a whole nother day in reintroduces a total like new amount of volume that my body's not necessarily used to at this very moment. So kind of giving myself um, a little more of a gradient for training intensity would be great. This is my front squat here. Work up to a heavy single at 135. This is the weight, exactly the weight and the down sets that I did on Friday after I had a terrible, terrible, terrible session for my snatches and my clean and jerks. I'm not moving nearly as quickly as I did on Friday. I also did way more things today than I did on Friday. So, I mean, I think it's still pretty good. I think it's not very challenging as far as down sets go. Like, I can definitely do these. These are probably RPE 7 or 8 triples. Oh, look, there's a doggy. His name is Koa. He didn't let me pet him today, but maybe next time. After that, I moved into my weighted pull-ups. I'm at 45 pounds today. That's one plate. I'm a big boy now, apparently. And then after that, I did some planks for my abs. So I did like a minute hold. I tried my best to make it as hard as I could with the body weight. Maybe in the future I'll add some weight, but I don't think so. For the time being, it's still challenging. Yeah, take a look at how I set this up. I try my best to put my elbows in front of where my shoulders are, and then that little hunch in my back is completely fine. I'm just trying to maintain abdominal pressure throughout this whole thing. So, yeah, that's it for today. I'm very happy that today did not go like how Saturday went. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Shoots.